the safety car just as a reminder, and I'm starting in first because I am the best and I'm the safety car. Hopefully I don't mess this up because it'd be really bad if I did. Well, my controller's in a weird spot. Not good. Maybe a long lap. Look at that field. Hopefully I'm not going to be bullied by the Porsches. This is a Porsche parade. Yeah, there's one BMW behind the Porsche parade. I sure do like a lot of cars in one place. Get a better view of the whole pack there. Very, very nice. This is hopefully going to be a good race. This race will hopefully be the calm after the storm that was round 2. There's crazy people outside my door. Oh my god. Alright. Almost there. Almost there. I'm gonna speed up just before we hit the corner, just so I can have as much distance as possible. There is your field in the back there. Some a little further away than others. They gotta get bunched up because the race is about to start. And off I go. I'm gonna get a penalty, by the way. It's fine. Okay. Right, let's hope we make it in time. Here we are for the 1 hour of Silverstone. Or Silverstone, I guess. We are gonna hop on with Kaz, who is at the front. And the race starts. Let's see how it goes. I need to remove all the stuff off of my screen, because it's getting a little cluttered. And no one quite challenging the leader quite yet. Everything looks pretty smooth. Getting a little close there with the Porsches behind. Let's hop on with Velo here. They now have the slipstream down the straight. It's not going to make a move. I'm interested to see what's going on with Hruval, who is definitely going to be making his way through all of the AM cars, as he is starting at the back. And we have a car going off there. That is no, it's not sideways. That's Law, who just went off. Our pole sitter, Spindly Dragon, is has been moved back, actually, and is... Oh no, he's still in second. But his teammate, sideways in the same car, has gotten ahead of him. Law is just behind, and I'm sure he wants that position back. He's actually sliding as they go into cops. He's going to lose him a lot of time. Chicken is third in GTE AM. Let's hop on with Nods here. See, he is quite close to Law. I want to move back to the front though. Hruval is going to be fighting Valve as he inches closer. He's already passed a couple of the pro cars. Valve has a little penalty. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see if Valve will let him through. Hopefully not, because I want to see a fight. Valve is already having a fight with the Ford of Mini. It's good to see GTE Pro having something going on. He's going to look down the inside. He's not gonna go for it. Wouldn't have been a good idea. Well, might have ended in a spin or a crash. I would like that. He's gonna look around the outside and he's gonna take a wider line, which I think he just went wide. He's getting nice and close to Valve so he can get that slipstream down the back straight. Valve is also being pulled by Mini. Let's see, is he gonna have a look to the inside coming up to the corner? He is, and he is going to send it, and it works out very well. He is up into 9th. Let us just stay with Hruval here as he works his way through the field. He's now at the on the back of Mini, putting pressure on him. Hruval, who started, I think, almost all the way at the back because he couldn't make any other qualifying sessions, has already made his way all the way up to 9th. Very, very good. While we wait for that, let us head on over to Spindly. Third, and Nods, I think, has passed Law. Law has fallen back even more. That is unfortunate for him, and I've just accidentally switched to the wrong person. So, where's Hruval? Right, Hruval's gonna start to make some moves here. He is inching ever closer to Mini. Can he get it before the start of the next lap? No, he is very far away. That wasn't even showing me. Okay, yeah, thanks Forza cameras. Our alien is what he should be called, our alien, Hruval. Is breathing down the neck of Mini, who has actually gained a little bit of time there. And they're all escaping from Valve. So Valve might just have another lonely race, just like in round 2. We have a lockup as Duan and Sam are fighting just up ahead. They're going side by side through the corner. They're still side by side. Let's hop on board. Not on board, next to. There we go, yeah. And Sam keeps the position, but Duan is in his slipstream and right behind him. Might try something down the inside. Ooh, he is going to, and he locks up, trying to avoid contact there. And he's almost side by side again. Try the switchback. He is, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to have to tuck into the slipstream. Now coming up to cops now. And Hruval is very close to Mini. Let's hop on with Mini, and Hruval is actually going to go down the inside through cops. So he's making some spicy moves. I like. Duan is going to try and get that 6th place from Sam. Sam has actually dropped back quite far. he started in first, as he was the pole sitter, and he's in 6th. Not too sure what happened there. Looks like there's not much going on right now. Let's wait for Gruwel to catch up. Here's Swin. Is anything going on in first? Kaz is in first. And Kaz is being chased down by the BMW of Reversal. And he's actually going to go down the inside. Going through the last corner. They are side by side. And they're going to come up to Abby side by side. Let's see how this will work. Kaz will have the inside going to the next corner. But it doesn't matter because Reversal backs out. Will he try anything again? Going a little wide there. And Reversal actually goes down the inside. What a dive! And gets the move done. Now Kaz has the slipstream, and Kaz might go for a move coming into the next corner, which is Brooklyn's. They are on the Wellington Straight. And ooh, almost touches the rear bumper and breaks a little too much. And now Velo is right behind, looking for that second place. Let us... oh wait, I was going to move on, but Kaz is keeping it quite close. He's obviously going to want this position back. He's getting very, very close through cops here. And he's going to want to get a better few exits than Reversal through Maggots and Beckets. There we are. That looks like Maggots and Beckets complete. So they head through Chapel Curve. And Reversal keeping a little distance, and he actually goes on the inside line. I think that he's trying to cut the slipstream from the driver behind. Velo, who's inching a little bit further, since Kaz braked a little too hard. But it is a close top 3 here. Let's see. Kaz has a pretty good exit there. Is he going to try anything? I don't think so. He's not. He's gonna tuck in and wait for an opportunity. Maybe do what Reversal did to him. Gruwel with the fastest lap at 201.6. Gruwel is still making his advance. We've not checked on him in a while, but we can't. Look at the action up here. Can't miss the action up here. I don't want to. Yeah, catastrophic. Will he try anything here? No, you're not. I actually want to go to Gruwel to see what's going on there. How close is it? He is moved up into 7th and is now behind the Porsche and BMW. Sam having a little look there at the BMW. Gruwel may want these guys to fight so he can get past more easily. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, I certainly want them to fight. So, well, we can get some action. Action is always good, but it is endurance racing. You don't see action all the time. But when you do, it's treasure. Treasure to remember. Although this is only 1 hour of racing, so it's not super long. But Le Mans will be 2 hours, as I mentioned earlier in the stream. Le Mans is something I am very excited for. The most prestigious race in the world. And it's going to be run by all of the Purpose Racing boys in Forza Motorsport 7. And Forza Motorsport 7, yeah, okay game, yeah, that's alright. Pretty bad replay cameras, I'm not gonna lie, but it gets the job done. So the battle for second is raging on, and Velo has caught up to Kaz quite a bit since we last saw them. And he's going to be hunting him for that second position. The Iron Lynx team will want it because the car looks good. That's my only reason. Not because to finish in a better position, you know, just because the livery looks good. I mean, Jay's livery looks good. The livery that Kaz is running was made by Jay, which is also a very, very nice livery. It was representing all the different Porsches that raced, such as the Pink Pig, the Rothmans 962, the RSR, all of them's cars. Right, nothing much happening right here right now, apart from a little train. Let's see if there's anything happening by Minifisa, or Mini's foe. I don't know, I keep calling him Minifisa. I think Minifisa would be better, not gonna lie. So Valve is down in 10th, having a lonely race so far. Let us see where our Lord and Savior Hruval is. Hruval is still catching the two cars over here, and I think... yeah, okay. Still the same, nothing much changed, but it's gonna be harder now for him to catch, as the drivers keep getting faster and faster as he goes. Although he did have a very commanding victory in Lime Rock, so I'm sure he can do the same here. Although he did have that massive disadvantage of not being able to qualify and starting pretty much last, and having to deal with all the AM drivers, which I'm sure they all got out of the way from because he was zooming. And so it looks like these two drivers up here are fighting. I might as well hop on to one of them. The Sam is getting close. He was having a look down the inside, but I think he knew that wasn't going to work. He's gonna have to wait patiently. And Hruval getting very, very close. I think he might try it. Going into Brooklands. He's actually gonna try it around the outside, which I doubted was gonna work anyway. But he's gonna have a look down the inside here, and it's working really, really well. Sam gets pushed out wide just a teeny tiny bit, and Hruval is making the move. He is outbraking Sam just a teeny tiny bit, and he has got that position, and he's slotted into position. Sweet. So that is Hruval making it up to 6th on his adventure to make it to the top 3. He's now gonna catch Swin, I think. The two BMW drivers, the one in the Twitch livery and the one with the Kirby livery, the Goofy. But yeah, I would like to see that on a on a BMW someday. So you can see the time intervals here between these drivers. So Hruval is only 4 tenths behind, and Sam is 5 tenths behind Hruval. Ooh, and Swin actually cuts the corner a little bit. It's not very nice to chapel curve the CC corner cut. Anyway, it's getting very close. Oh my god, what am I doing? Time to toss. And we have someone in the pits. Hruval in the pits. So he's pitting lap 7 to 10. That was very unexpected. So that is our first man into the pits is Hruval. I did not at all expect that. Just go hop on with him. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone do the early pit window. Interesting. Quite intrigued to what his strategy is here. I mean, I'm sure he can do well because he will have very clean air once he gets past all the AM cars once again. If there are even AM cars coming from, I don't know if there are any AM cars that'll be interfering with him as he comes out of the pits here. I don't think so. And Hruval is just ahead of, who is that? That is Sideways, so Hruval just ahead of Sideways. And Sideways might be able to get a little cheeky slipstream down the straight. And gain a little bit of time on the driver behind. There is Law. Law is actually caught up to Sideways, so that is Law in second for GTE AM. And Sideways in first. Spinley Dragon is third in GTE AM. In his first race here in Purpose Racing. So I don't expect that to get heated anytime soon in the future. I think yes. Let us go to Spooky. He's having a bit of a lonely race now. Just gonna have to sit there and wait. So let's go back to our top 3 fight. The top 3 fight has been raging on since the race started, and that is beautiful. I love me a top 3 fight, I'll tell you what, man. And they've been keeping a safe distance from each other, but they're still in each other's slipstreams. So I wonder how long this will stay until one of them goes for a move. I suspect a move between the Porsches, because Russell is keeping quite the distance between them. Still a fight for second, not quite a fight for first yet. Getting very close and going a little wide. 6/10 between second and first, and it is very close between second and third. And he's going to have a slipstream down the back straight here, going through Wellington Straight. He can try it on the inside, go for a monumental dive bomb of the century, but obviously he's not going to do that. I wouldn't either, I think. I mean, I might, you know. Do it for the funnies. Heading through Luffield onto Woodcote. Just gonna wait for some overtaking action between the two here. And Kaz is catching up to Reversal a little bit through this section. Just a tiny bit. It's 5/10 gap between first and second, and I think that said a 4/10 gap between second and third. Gruval is only 10 seconds away from the driver in last in GTE Pro. Those pit stops are quite long. I'll be interested to see how he manages that fuel and okay, he doesn't have to really worry about his tires, but I'm interested to see how he manages his fuel near the end of the race. So that will slow him down. He's going to be catching up quite a lot when everyone starts to save fuel. And he might just have a win in his hands with that strategy. Only time will tell. And maybe his penalty from the front runners. We shall see. So the heat is dying down just a little bit. Never mind. As Kaz goes wide, and I think that means that Velo is going to catch up a little bit. Velo has a 1 second penalty. Not sure what Kaz has in terms of penalties. But I think this is just going to be the order of the top 3 here until the pit stops. Pit stops are only 10 laps away, but the laps are quite long here. Not as long as Sebring. Sebring was fun. Let us head on over to Gruval, who is actually getting in the thick of it here. And racing against Sam and Swin. I'm not too sure what happened, how he caught up to them so quick. Swin goes a little wide, trying to stay on the track, and Gruval makes it past both of them. I don't think they are going to try and fight that, and Sam actually has an opportunity to go down the inside as Swin taps the back of Gruval, and that slows him down quite a lot. Sam is trying it around the outside. I don't suspect that would work, and now Swin might have an opportunity there. No. Sam is still trying to get past Gruval. Trying his utmost best, bumper to bumper here, coming through cops. Keeping it very close, but I suspect Gruval will start to escape. I don't know how he got to them so quick. But anyway, yeah, well, I mean, I like that for that. That's nice. And Sam is being caught up once again by the driver he just passed earlier, which is Swin. Swin is definitely going to want that place back. So just a little recap of what happened. Coming into the corner, Sam was side by side with Swin, and Swin was right behind Kruval, I think Swin tried to outbrake Sam and tapped Kruval's rear bumper, which sort of sent Kruval offline. Didn't lose too much time, but Sam managed to get past Swin, and Swin was kind of left for dead there, I guess. No, he caught up a bit. He was living life, and Sam took that opportunity to try and take Kruval's place in 8th. Didn't work, as he tried to go around the outside at Luffield. And it is actually getting very close. I should switch to Sam, who's being chased down by Swin right behind. Let's switch to Swin. Swin is definitely going to want that place back. Breathing down the neck here of the Porsche. See it in his rearview mirrors, if only he could flash. Because I hear that BMWs love flashing people a lot. It's just what I hear. Okay, might not be true. He's actually going to go down the inside through Luffield. A very opportunistic move. Sorry. And is he going to make it? They're going side by side through cops here. One of them might just pull out, none of them pull out, and they go side by side. Sam goes wide and goes off the track. So I think that is where that fight ends for now. Swin does seem to have that better pace overall. Let's hop on to Jay, and Jay has been having a good race so far in the Ford, and he is the leading Ford in GTE Pro. I haven't been giving much love to GTE AM. Have I missed any of them? Oh man, I missed a pass for first, I think. Where is Sideways? Sideways has dropped all the way to, I think that's 3rd. What's going on? Okay, so Law is back in 1st in GTE AM. Nods is 2nd, so he got past Spindley. Spindley is actually right there, so it was a pretty fresh pass. So Spindley still in 3rd, and Sideways dropped all the way to 4th from 1st. So I suspect maybe while they were fighting, a little incident there. But I won't know for sure, ever, because I didn't see it. Let's have a look at the Spindley Nods situation here. So I see a little Scottish flag. Well, Spindley is Scottish, but he lives in the UK. So I guess he still is the British driver. British drivers were dominating qualifying, but it does not seem to be the case now during the race. And the top 3 are still the same, nothing has changed. Still keeping a safe distance all from each other. Very, very nice. I like the look of that, man. I like the look of it. Let us have a look at those qualifying results again, so we'll make sure I'm not mistaking anyone's nationality for anyone's nationality. Let us see. So Reversal, who's leading, Reversal is actually British. Okay, my bad. So Reversal is the British driver that is leading the race, who qualified 3rd and has made his way up 2 places. And yeah, that is pretty much it. The other 2, Kaz is also British. Okay, so the top 2 are British. My bad. I don't know how I'd forget that. And Velo qualified 4th, and he's made his way up to 3rd, and he is the French driver, who is doing the best out of the French. Let us head on over to Law. So Law looks like he has quite a comfortable lead up there. I don't know, I still don't know what happened. Really passed a lot of people in a pretty short amount of time. He's only 9 seconds away from the pro driver. Let's see. Nods, I didn't get to see how far away Nods was. Bruh, my bad. I wasn't looking, I was distracted. You know, it's only in 5/10 of each other, the top 3. Pretty crazy. Love me a good fight. So, Nods, our 2nd place in GTE AM, is 10 seconds away from Law, so I have no idea what happened. I don't know if Nod's pitted. I'm not too sure because I didn't see. So either he pitted or a mistake was made. Actually, if I wanted to find out if he pitted or not, I could just look at his car info. Damage. He is not pitted yet. Okay, so I guess I can confirm that comfortably. He is not pitted yet. Wait, why would Nods have pitted? I'm confusing myself here. Let's check the sideways who was our race leader, because he could have been someone who pitted, not Nods. I'm going crazy here, man. Check out damage. Yes, okay. So sideways did actually pit early in the earlier pit window. So that is why he has dropped back. No mistake was made. It was just that he pitted. Glad I can actually see his damage. So also a strategy change for the leader in GTEM. So I think that is 2 cars that pitted during the first pit window. Interesting. I'd like to see how that turns out. How far away is Spindly from Nods? Let's have a look. Not too far away. Nods is pulling a bit of a gap, but Spindly is still 3rd. And Nods is 2nd and Law is in 1st. The Law was our pole sitter, so he's made his way back up. And that is British driver, so this race is still being dominated by British drivers here. We have 2 British drivers leading in AM, and 2 British drivers leading. Our top 2 in GTE Pro is British, and our top 2 in GTE AM is also British. So a British dominated race at a British circuit. These 3 still keeping it close. Still nothing happening in terms of passes, but still nice to see some great closer racing. They're all kind of just stuck there. They all seem to have very equal pace at the moment, which is why they can't get past one another. Swin has made a small gap to Sam since the last time we saw them. And for now, I guess not much has been happening apart from Gruwal making his way up, and he's catching up to Jay. So let's hop on board with Gruwal. Yeah. Nope. Cameras. Yeah, we can hop on with Gruwal, and I can let you listen to the sound. So I'll be quiet for a little bit while he does some laps. Just see our first back marker as and Gruwal hits the curb and he almost spins, does a 360, and he loses position. So he makes a pretty big mistake coming through the last corner, and he has lost 2 positions there that he is obviously going to want back. And he almost loses it again through that corner. Not too sure what is going on with him right now, but that was definitely a pretty scary moment. And I don't think his tires are going to enjoy that particularly much. Let us have a look. What is helicopter view? That is actually disgusting. Let us head to our replay cameras as we watch him claw back that time to Sam and Swin after he almost spun. Very hectic sideways moment there. It's a very scary. Hopefully we won't have to see that again. While we wait for him to catch up, let us head on over to our top 3 fight over here. We'll head to Kaz, who is in the middle. A pretty much a diverse sandwich here. We have a Porsche, sandwiching a Porsche, and that Porsche is being a Porsche is being sandwiched by a Porsche and a BMW. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I could have worded that so much better. So longer, but I didn't. Because I'm stupid. I'm stupid because I'm old. I'm not old. I'm not old. I'm ancient. The Porsche fight of the century between Kaz and Velo. Let me just have a look at their team names, because I don't do that very often. That's what I should be doing. Our entry list here. Never mind. Paddock competition? Your site is awesome, but like... I don't know what I'm doing. Paddock? No, that's just pictures of me and DJ. Manufacturers and info. Damn it, not that either. Where is it? Where are the teams? Oh, whatever, it's fine. And as I was talking about, that Kaz is very, very close to the BMW, the leading BMW. So this has just changed to a fight for first here. So he's going to try and get a good exit through Maggots and Beckett, and hopefully get that good exit through Chapel Curve, so we can see that spicy action. It is not going to be like that, as he pulls a little tiny gap. But a fight could still happen here. Just gotta hope and pray that there is a fight. Fight first is always beautiful, no matter where it is. Kaz is having a little look around the outside, but Reversal covers that up, obviously. Kaz is still keeping it very close, and there is a back marker that looks like a Ferrari. Kind of just chilling over there, having his own race. Hopefully living that good life. So, hopefully the back marker won't get in the way. Actually, that would be nice if it got in the way. That would be lots of action. A fight for first, fight for third. Fight for third, the third. No, there's no one there to fight for third. Fight for first, yeah. Fight for second is what we have. Right now, Velo is being left behind by our top two here. And he's pushing him as he's going through the Willard Strait. And he's going around the outside. Just remember, this is a fight for first, so this is very important. He's still looking for opportunities to leap into first. I need to go have a look so I can get those corner names correct too. Okay, there is our back marker, who is slowing down the BMW just a little bit, but he just gets out of the way, and they're gonna go side by side past the back marker. Little sandwich there. What is going on? So Kaz tries to go on the outside, and looks like Reversal goes a little off, and no developments there, but very, very beautiful stuff. Going side by side past the back marker. We've seen that before in WEC races. Still keeping it very close on the attack here. This is the last attack he'd want to do, because he's got to save his fuel. Don't have to worry about tires at all. I've never worried about tires when racing in this game. I just worried about fuel, because fuel burns quite quickly. Understandably, that's what fuel does, you know, it burns. And looks like we're back to what we had just before, which is, ooh, okay, Kaz getting a teensy bit loose. Back to the 5/10 gap between all of them. Anyway, it's been a while. Actually, I'm not going to go to Groenewald, because Velo is getting quite close and is going to want that second position. Ooh, okay. So Velo braking a little too late and hits the back of Kaz. Looked like a Quite a big hit there. Didn't even bother to lock up the brakes, man. I would lock up the brakes to let everyone know that I'm about to smash into someone. Not on purpose though, obviously that was by accident. But a little mistake by Velo that has lost him time. I mean, despite that pretty hefty hit, Kaz did not get moved at all. So Kaz becoming concrete mid-corner and not being touched. Well, he was touched in the rear, which sounds terrible, I know. But these are in cars, believe it or not. And so he is obviously safe, still driving, living, staying alive. Not too sure why Velo was pulling under the slipstream there. Right. And we go back to the norm for the top three here. Nothing happening, them just all following each other in a very nice fashion. And so, okay, so Gruval has dropped back to 10th here and has been passed by, what, is that Mini? Is that Mini? He has been passed by Mini, so I think that was another mistake. I'm not too sure what's going on. Jay in the background just touching the grass and sliding off. Let's check his damage. He couldn't have gone for another pit, right? No, he hasn't. He has to go till the end of the race on this stint, and he only has 48% fuel left. So, fuel saving, anyone? What about dropping back? I'm not too sure what is going on there. Because he has dropped even further. He was somewhat close behind Swin and Sam, and I'm sure Mini was quite far away. But he's now dropped behind Mini for a reason that I cannot explain, because I don't know. Because I don't see what happens. I keep missing everything. Apart from the battle up here that is always entertaining. And Sideways, who pitted earlier, is now ahead of his teammate Spindly. So where does that move Spindly? We have Low in first, Nods who is in second, Sideways who is in third, and Spindly who is now in fourth. And Sideways already made his pit stop, so I think if he could just keep that pace up, he can win this race quite comfortably. Because everybody else in front of him, as far as I know, has not pitted during that early pit window. Let me have a look actually, before I really confirm anything. Yeah. Nods has not pitted. Law has pitted. Law has not pitted either. Sorry about that, I was away for a little bit because I had a small interruption from the outside world. I don't often get contact with the outside world because that is too much work, unfortunately. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Let us go back to Gruval, who didn't make a second pit stop, so I still do not know what is quite going on over there. Our top three here, still not much has changed at all. Still having their quite comfortable gaps, and it has actually gone a little further. Velo has fallen behind just a little bit. Velo is 1.8 seconds behind Kaz, so it looks like it is a fight for first now instead of a fight for second. Let's go to Spooky. I think Spooky is having a pretty lonely race. Yes, he is. Spooky having a lonely race. Doing behind him by quite a bit, and Duan's teammate Bov is also far back, having a lonely race himself, but in 6th, and 6th is a good position, I would say. 6th is nice. It's middle of the road. And Ooh, and a fight is raging on here, and Swin goes very wide, going through cops, and Sam is now side by side, going through Maggots and Beckett's. He lets him go through. I can't believe I just missed that. So these two have been fighting pretty much the whole race. It's been a good fight. So it is now a fight for 7th here. Sam has taken that 7th place and gotten himself a small gap to work with here. But I'm sure Swin is going to want that back after going very wide. The pit window is open now, and Reversal is into the pits. Who is all into the pits here? I think Swin is gonna go long, as well as the man in front of him, Sam. So it looks like all of the front runners in the pits, Kez and Reversal, right on each other, coming out of the pits here. And let's see how this plays out. There's Velo behind, also coming out of the pits. They both have cold tires, so they're both going to be scrambling around for grip. And they should have their tires warmed up when they come through the straight here. So, keeping it very, very close. Through the pit lane exit, bumper to bumper, pretty much Kez was pushing Reversal having a little bit of trouble there, going through Luffield, and he's going to go wide. Kez is going to use that opportunity to go down the inside through Woodcote. Very good name. Anyway, he goes through to first, so that is Kez in first, ahead of Reversal. That is our pole sitter Kez, who has made his way back up into first. Versal's going to want that back though, and he is trying everything. He's going to go around the outside, coming into the first corner of Maggots and Beckett's, and he is going to back out into the second corner, and going through Chapel Curve, keeping it very close and personal, I think. Versal, I think, does have the better pace overall. I'm not too sure because he has been keeping up very well and has been able to go for moves. Though that mistake through Luffield cost him quite a bit now, as he is slowly falling behind Kez, who's going to run away with this. Where is Ruval? Ruval is 8th. He's right behind Mini. I'm not going to really watch that because I want to see what's going on up front. As there is a fight, and there's a back marker who's going to get in the way in the exact same spot as last time. So this could have some disastrous results if they don't get around safely. The back marker does get out of the way, but Reversal has capitalized off of that and has gotten a little closer. Coming through the next corner here, he has got that slipstream, therefore he has got the speed. Very good racing here at Silverstone. Okay, it doesn't seem like that slipstream is working. I don't know why the slipstream is kind of useless in this game. I don't really see it working very much. Okay, he's keeping it close. Let's hop on with Kaz, who is our leader. He started first, dropped back a bit, fought for first, and has first once again. So while I'm looking at this, I might as well see who has pitted. So it seems Sam. Has Sam pitted? Let's have a look. Sam has not pitted yet. It's surprising. I think Sam pitted. Sam definitely pitted earlier then. Okay. So I think that means that Sam pitted in 7 to 10. I think that was 7 to 10. Yeah. Okay, so that is good for him. He doesn't have to put any more. Swin is a little behind, but not too far. Let's have a look at his damage. So he pitted as well earlier. Okay, wow, I'm really getting some information I didn't see before. So there's more people than I expected who pitted earlier in the race. Who is that behind? Notice Spooky. So I'm assuming Spooky was someone who, yeah, I'm pretty sure Spooky was someone who pitted in the late race pit stop. Yeah, okay, yeah, his tires are completely fresh, so he has fresher tires and more fuel, So he can go all out here trying to chase down the duo. I guess I can call them a duo. They've been pretty much battling for the whole race. Casnode is still holding first. Reversal is still keeping it close. The driver in third place, Velo, has fallen behind, and I don't know if we'll be seeing him fighting for second or first anytime soon again. Right here. Let's have a look. Where is Valve? Valve has moved into 10th, and so I'm assuming Valve was in 6th because he pitted in the later pit stop, and he gained all those places because other drivers pitted earlier. That makes sense now. Okay, I see. And so that puts him, I think, last in GTE Pro. So that is pretty unfortunate there, because he was doing relatively well in Lime Rock. Lime Rock was a disaster for everyone there, I think, because it was round 2, and you know, round 2 is clearly a curse. Our leader in GTE Am, Sideways, who was having quite a comfortable race, he pitted earlier on, and his strategy has worked as he is now ahead of Law and pretty much everyone else. Let's see where Spinning Dragon is. So yeah, Sideways in first, Law in second, Chicken in third. So a good debut for Chicken, who's in third. What's going on? So Spindly, who started the race in second, I think that he is in fifth. He is in fifth. So the driver, the British driver who started in second, has moved down to fifth. That is unfortunate, but it is his first race, and I'm sure he'll improve in the next race, which I think the next race is Le Mans. I'm pretty sure it is Le Mans. Let's have a little look-see. No, it is Spa. Never mind, I got that completely wrong. So the next race, round 4, is at Spa, and I'm quite excited to see Spa as well, because Spa is always a track that I enjoy driving on, and enjoy seeing people driving on it, if you know what I mean. So I think that'll be a great race as well. This has been a great race with the fighting up in front, and the fighting between Swin and Sam. Let us go to Gruval. I think Gruval has passed the Ford driver. Yes, he has, but his strategy has not at all worked. I think maybe it's because of that spin, and you know, all the other mistakes I saw. Unless, did he? No, he didn't pit. He did not pit again, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty big points loss for our points leader. At least I think he's our points leader. He's a points leader, isn't he? Give me a second to find out. Go to Sebring, which is the first race. Yes, so Gruval, our points leader, and he's going to take quite the impact to his point amount here, and might even lose position because of how far back he is. So yeah, not 100% sure what went on there. See, where is he? So Spooky is down in 6th, and he is he having a learning race? Yeah, he's about 1.6 seconds behind, I think that said. If it, ooh, a little bit of a lock up there. And yeah, he is actually quite close to Swin, so it looks like we might just have a last 2 lap battle if he can catch up to Swin, which that's quite a big gap. I actually don't think so. And we have a fight for first here. Ooh, and a switch back that seemed to work pretty well. Casnode lost position and took it back pretty quickly, and is gonna have he's not going to have the advantage coming onto the straight because Reversal is going to have the slipstream, which I hope that slipstream works. I think Reversal moves out. No, he doesn't. He's losing time on the straight, so the Porsche is faster on the straights, I think. Kaz is going to go a little wide. And Reversal is going to get on that throttle as soon as possible to try and catch back up. I unfortunately missed the pass between Reversal and Kaz, so... well, it's fine. Kaz went for a switchback. It worked, and he's back up into first. It is a heated battle here, as it is the last few laps. Groenewald still with the fastest lap of a 201.5. The lap that was done last was Kaz with a 202.9. Kind of hoping for a last lap battle here. This would be very, very good. The last sort of GT race I remember over here was the British GT3 Championship. I raced over here. There was a battle for first in the last few laps between, I think it was a BMW and a Lamborghini. We don't have a Lamborghini here because this is GTE and not GT3, but this is sort of a similar situation to what I saw in the British GT3 race at Silverstone. I love GT World. They be streaming all the GT3 races. So nice. It's now lap 27, and so pretty much 3 laps to go, or 4. 4? Yeah, I'd say 4. 4 laps to go. They are keeping it close, which is good. I want it close so I can see a battle for first near the end. I am hoping to see what I saw in the British GT race a couple days ago. Six tenths is the gap between the leader and second place. Was a little closer earlier. Kaz is trying to run away with it. While we wait for this, let's have a look at what's going on with Groenewald. Was in 7th. So yeah, very unfortunate. He didn't get to qualify, so he did have that disadvantage there. So I'd say he still did well. He made it from almost last back up to 7th here. And he might be able to improve that if somebody ahead makes a mistake. Which I doubt anyone would be wanting to make a mistake here. The only mistakes I'd expect us to be seeing is the mistakes between first and second, because the pressure is on. 4 laps to go, or 3.5 laps to go here. And Reversal is trying to put the pressure on Kaz, which there is a bit of a gap between them right now. Reversal has been leading, I think, most laps of the race. Lost it to Kaz a little while ago, I think, after the pit window, the second one. Kaz has lost that at 202.9. And Reversal is actually right on him now. So maybe that pressure might work for him. Very, very nice. He is glued to the driver in first. It was a BMW that won on this track last in real life in that GT3 race I was talking about earlier. So could it be BMW winning in an online race? I don't know. I really don't. I can't predict it. 3 more laps to go here. And it is still looking pretty equal pace-wise. So Kaz seems to lose the BMW behind through the second sector, and then Reversal seems to catch up through the third sector. And keeps on him through the first sector as well. That Porsche, I think, is definitely a little faster on the straights. I think in the corners that BMW is doing very well. Going through Maggots and Beckett's, and I think I saw a little smoke from the BMW. Doesn't look like too much is happening there. Through Chapel Curve. 2.5 now. And while I'm talking about this, we have a fight for third here. Spinley is caught up to Nods. I don't really know which fight to concentrate on. I don't want to concentrate on this because you know, everyone knows GTE Pro is the all-important class here. We'll be able to concentrate on that fight once these two drivers finish. They are now heading onto the 29th lap. Kaz still in first. The gap is not very long, and Spinley makes it past Nods. So Spinley up into the podium position. Spinley starting second is now... Wait, that's not podium position. So what am I talking about? Let's just check. Sideways, low, just 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Spinley, who started second, is now fourth. So it's not podium positions, but it is fourth. He fought for that position. He took it from Nods, which is very good to see. So it's sort of looking like Porsche might run away. Porsche had some pretty bad luck. All the Porsche cars just in general had pretty bad luck, I think, at Lime Rock. Let's check the results for Lime Rock. Go pull that up. Did they? Yeah. So it was the top 4 in Lime Rock as BMWs, and then the others were Porsches, but there wasn't many Porsches participating. There wasn't many drivers in general at Lime Rock, probably because it was round 2, and nobody wants to do round 2. Understandable. I mean, I guess I can agree with that. The pressure is on for reversal to get this place. And actually, while I'm checking this out, let's check the penalty of Kaz. I think Kaz has no penalty here. Doesn't say that Kaz has a penalty, and Kaz, I think, always keeping it clean. So even if Kaz gets past here, he just has to stay at least how many seconds behind? It's okay. I'm not getting great view. This is not a good time, man. It's not a good time, man. Oh my god. Last lap. Alright, sorry about that. Just the worst time for interruption. Slowly closing the Hi, Bo! Okay, anyway. So it looks like Kaz is still going to get this because the driver behind us does have a 5-second penalty, so he doesn't have much to worry about whether reversal passes him or not. So it is pretty much a victory for Kaz if he doesn't mess up. That looks like it's about it for our top 3 here. I'm sure Kaz will be happy with this, his first race in purpose racing. It's been a while since we've seen him back. I think, I'm not too sure when was the last time I saw him racing. Going through Maggots and Beckett's now. Okay, it's not going through Maggots and Beckett's, he just exited out of Chapel Curve. And going through the last few bits of the track. And so Kaz, who has had a great race, battles with reversal. He started on pole. He made it back to first. With some beautiful racing between the two drivers here. And from first, all the way to first. Very good job from Kaz as he wins the 1 hour of Silverstone. Good job to him. Reversal comes home second. Velo comes home third. And Swin, let's see. Swin goes fourth. Spooky fifth. Sam finishes sixth. Mini maybe finishing seventh here. Doohan is behind him, but by how far? Pretty far away, I guess. Mini, who claims 7th. Doohan is 8th. Valve, 9th. Groeval is 10th. Okay. So Groenewald, who finishes 10th, he's lost even more positions there. I am not too sure why. Let's just take his damage. He did not pit again, and he finishes with 0% fuel, so right on the edge there. Let us head over to Sideways Sim. Our last place in GTE Pro was Jay, and it looks like someone who started 5th in the race had a good strategy pitting in the pit window A, 7 to 10. The man who started 5th made his way all the way up to 1st with a great strategy, with great racing as well. The Corvette driver, the South African Corvette driver, wins in GTE Am. Very good job to him. And the man who was on pole, but unfortunately lost a position, he did make a good comeback after, I don't know what quite happened in the beginning there. And Chicken, on his race debut, is over here to claim a podium. And Chicken was someone who qualified 7th and has made his way all the way up to 3rd. That is Chicken with a very, very nice podium. Spinley Dragon, who started 2nd, finishes in 4th, and just behind him was Nods. And our Ferrari here, who is battling with Groenewald's AI, who is gonna come through to finish. What is that? The one. He's gonna finish 6th in GTE Am. TK is gonna finish 7th, as far as I know. And I guess that is pretty much our determined race results.